Let's talk RevelForms transitions. So you're making an interactive video, but you're not exactly sure how to structure your video editing project. Whether you're using Premiere, iMovie, or something cool we don't even know about yet, we can help. Hi, I'm Kyle, founder of RevelForms. Our team works closely with production companies and agencies to make sure we're not only helping to deliver lead gen video for your clients, but also to make your life easier in the production phase of these new types of video projects. We've covered the playbook for the day of the shoot, scheduling a host and a few experts. Remember, the goal of the video is to help your client solve that dual audience problem. Instead of creating a one-size-fits-nobody video, you're creating a choose-your-own-adventure style video, helping to take your client's website visitors through the last mile of the customer journey. So let's pretend you've organized the shoot. You've filled in the playbook with your host, experts, and some silky smooth B-roll. And now it's time to edit. Here's Henry. He is one of our editors here at RevelForms, and he's logged more hours building RevelForms than maybe anyone on planet Earth. He's going to help cruise through Premiere. And if you use another editor, the process is platform agnostic. The same rules apply. Drop your project into Premiere Pro. Tip, when editing, have the script, if there was one, and the RevelForms playbook drawing handy. You'll want to reference these when you're building out the logic jumps. Now in Premiere, we'll edit the host section first. Here, we're going with a simple logo reveal into the host introducing the real estate brokerage firm. The vision for this RevelForm is that viewers can meet the owner and then be pointed to 3 options: buying real estate, selling real estate, or interested in buying or selling commercial real estate. Once we've edited the host's interview, we're going to add a simple transition into the first question. Whatever transition into the question you'd like. Here, we're using a blurred background for roughly 15 seconds. Once you export, after we're done with the rest of the video, this is where your RevelForms question 1 will live. On the development side of things, the question can appear for as long or as short as you'd like. We recommend a minimum of 15 seconds. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll program the video to pause if the viewer hasn't responded yet. Next is one of the more critical pieces of editing your RevelForm video, the transition out of the question. Something to notice here with our transitions, which are available to any RevelForms partner. We're going to slow this down and show you the full color frame. It doesn't have to be this exact transition template, but it is essential that the transition has at least one frame that is the entire screen. This is important because the software will be timed to jump from this frame to the corresponding expert later in the video. It may be sequential, but based on the viewer response to this question, they may also be jumped to minute 3 or minute 5. This frame becomes the jumping off point to ensure continuity and a smooth transition. Let's see it in action. Okay, if you have more questions about transitions and the full frame tactic, feel free to comment or shoot us an email. Next, our first expert. Our first expert in this scenario is talking about first-time home buying, so we're going to drop them immediately after the first question. Here's what that looks like. Again, after the first expert, we're going to ask viewers a question about first-time home buying. Maybe it's, what excites you about buying a home? Be as detailed as you'd like. Or, describe your goals for this process. What does success look like on closing day? We'll try to help pair you with a member of our team that matches these characteristics. So we'll transition into the question and then have 15 seconds of background where the question will appear. Quick note here, if you're asking for a detailed, long text box response, you may want to just make the background 30 seconds. Regardless of length, RevelForms will pause at the end of your transition until the viewer responds. But the experience of the moving background and music might be better if it continues as the user responds. Then our transition that includes a full frame. Again, let us know if you need examples of this. We're happy to provide. They're customizable to match brand hex codes or the look and feel of your video. For example, we use angular, straight, and professional transitions for healthcare, and more organic look and feel when working with more informal brands. Repeat the process for the remaining experts. Work in sequential order from the planning document if you have one. So, host, expert 1, expert 2, expert 3. Finally, we end with the host. As you've seen in our playbook, we love the line, "Now that you know a bit more about us, we'd love to know a bit more about you." The host is the one that ultimately asks for the viewer contact information in exchange for some value the viewer will receive. That could be a personalized phone call, likely from someone you just met in this video, or it could be a helpful guide to getting started with your brokerage or firm. At the very end of the video, RevelForms customers have seen success adding a screen along the lines of, "Check out our additional videos and how-to guides." This screen is important because it gives users the chance to dig deeper. Sure, a percentage of viewers are going to be uninterested. They can just exit the video and keep browsing or go walk their dog. But there will be some viewers, a percentage that want to go deeper into your site. RevelForms, and specifically this end screen, gives them that option. And lastly, once you've finished your video and your client has approved the edit, it's time to send your video to the RevelForms development team. Here we add the finishing touches and the conditional logic jumps. We'll link the timing document we use as a template for all of our videos. We just need to know the following. When someone clicks on first-time homebuyer, where do you want the video to jump? Answer, the timestamp of the full frame leading into the first-time homebuyer expert. Same is true for the home seller expert. The timestamp leading into their segment is where that question jumps to. Then at the end of each expert segment, you'll jump to the start, the full frame transition, of the host segment where they ask for viewer information and close out the video. We know this can sound a bit cumbersome. We're here to help. Send us an email, production@revelforms.com, and we'll be sure to respond rapidly. Chances are we'll likely share a screen and take a look at your project to help guide you to the finish line and delight your clients. We know that very first RevelForm that you open up in Premiere with transitions and full frame tactics can be a little bit complicated. We are here to help. We want to emphasize that. Feel free to reach out. We'll share a screen. Once you get the playbook down, it becomes much easier. It takes about half the time for video 2, half the time for video 3, and then you're rolling with the RevelForms software. We look forward to talking soon. Have a great day.